In this country, Liberia, there was no war. From that time we were free. Liberia, we were one people. Stop working oh, that's what today. There is no peace. But you will be our people. Yes, they don't understand yourself. But I do not stay here. I am so big. The people of the land. Yes, they don't understand yourself. Why you know somebody like we are different. The people can go get so we can have our
Welcome to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show.
So, Sabayobi, Shabu Edisu, Amogbe Gochawa, Erepo, CDC Chairman, Ewalimboe, Ferrocla, Moabli Abendai, Oshaka Jena, Etocho, Asemowema. So, Amogbe Gochawa, Amogbe Gochawa, Semola Oji, Kemono Semola Oji, Muye Mama, Ewali Awabila, Yebe Osobo, Ulanyo Magega, Wabila Muebalua, Yue, Mokama Shadana, Swabila, Abenayo Seba, Sobo. Shaga Zulu.
Let me recognize few individuals here who are just tuning in. Let me recognize my friend and brother Melvin BJ. Thank you for tuning in my next talk show. This time he is tuning in from all the way Nima.
L'enfant Freddy, Monday.
I'm sorry to say he is tuning in from Ganta, Nima County. Let me recognize my friend and brother Follow. I thank you for tuning in. I will be discussing hot topic here this evening. No matter where you are, just take a cold bottle of drinks because we'll be discussing Mama Liberia.
Okay. I'm on big
Let me recognize my friend and brother Tukpa Kwali. I thank you for tuning in. Samira, thank you. I thank you for tuning in, Samira. Actually, Sammy. I thank you for tuning in. All you have to do is just be able to share the page. Or in your chat room. Invite one person and one person invite another one person. Let me play one of the Liberian music. We'll be discussing hot topic here. We're discussing.
It's Dash. They want us something different. Let me see your let me play. Let me see your let me play. I say let me see your let me play. Jamo, let me see your let me play. Let me see your let me play.
What did they call the lesson plate?
Let me see your let me.
Unless somebody call here to be able to tell me what they are referring to.
I say let me see.
A lesson plate is what?
Let me play. Jamo, let me see your let me play.
The guy is saying the more I see your lesson plate. So what is the lesson plate?
Is it
the lesson plate for the vehicle?
I feel it kind of funny.
Or is it the lesson plate for the taxi driver?
Kilo that bag of money.
Or is it the lesson plate for the pimping riders?
I bet you sweet that money.
Or maybe it is a lesson plate for the keke riders as well.
I want to the plaster. I say call it that man. They can't give me pressure. See the way she rocking it. I think she love ma. I think she faster. I think she better. Or she man now. I got that music, let me play. Let me see your let me play.
And the man is saying, fine, let me see your lesson plate. So maybe that guy is a driver.
I say let me see your let me play.
Or what are they really referring to? Let someone call here to be able to tell me what the guy is referring to.
Jamo, let me see your let me play. I got that music, let me play. Let me see your let me play. I say let me see your let me play.
GGS Production.
This song is dedicated to my friend and brother Melvin. Melvin, you have to call me. because this song is dedicated to you, huh?
It's all big one to it. What I do another. Don't call you one theater. Don't go quite a bit. Eat up, Buddha. Let's see. Oh, man, you go. No. Caputiano, it's you. You be a commander. Tia, make I wonder what the Matthew, Passadio, Somebody for you go to Abatia. No, me I know. Tia, never said, take up my domain. May I ever wondering? Was it on my domain? Make an exit to the moon. Yeah. Tiawan. For the Basitia. What men run up with Kawato Yiga? What men run up with Toga Kupo? Say Wakuna. Apolatia, Yetiaro, Nemusano, Ponticane, Porabata.
Tonight will be the night that I'll be placing the link into the comment sections. So if you are interested for you to be able to join the talk show, or you are interested in you being one of the panelists on the talk show, it will be necessary for you to be able to click that link, and that link will be able to bring you into the studio. If you want to be part and parcel of the talk show, we come on Monday to Friday. Saturday, it will just be, sometime, but we'll be coming on Monday to Friday, 10:30 p.m. Central Time. Whatsoever time it will be in Liberia. If you are in Liberia and you are interested in you joining our talk show, it will be necessary that you let us know by you tapping into the comment sections, I want to join. Then if you want to join just tonight, because tomorrow is Eid, I will not be here. Tomorrow is Eid, so if you want to join, it will be necessary that you click on the link in the comment section. That link has already been placed in the comment sections, so then you will be able to be here. So let us keep the ball rolling.
CDC will not like me. You know what CDC wanted me to do?
The president had made some suspension. At last, we were able to get Mbalu, stand chairperson, Mulbah Morlu, the former chairman for CDC. Thank you very much, Chairman. Thank you for joining us tonight. The allegation about you've been killed so many times, information coming forth. Welcome to this phone talk. You are live.
Thank you. On the 5th of May, I just came from a meeting and was on my way home and took the route from around the 101 gas station area going towards Liberia Junction. As soon as I arrived at the intersection where there's a traffic light, I was compelled to come to a halt because of the traffic light. And then instantly on my left hand, 2 persons disembarked a moving motorbike. So a lady dressed in short jeans trousers walked to my vehicle and started knocking on the vehicle, first gently, then it got louder from time to time. So in no time, like in split seconds, it became violent and she was hitting at my vehicle. I was driving, I was in the Range Rover that is tinted. So they had no way of knowing, which specific location I was in on the vehicle.
So let us try to make some sense out of the allegation from Mulbah Morlu. The first question I will ask here is, how long has Mulbah Morlu been in opposition / advocacy since after the CDC administration? All along those times, the NSA have not chased after him. The NSA, they have not dog walked him. The NSA has not called him. The question is, why now, close to July? What have been the tactics in the past? Mulbah Morlu is planning to have a protest in July for whatever reason. He is a citizen of the Republic of Liberia and he has a right when he feels disenfranchised. And he calls himself, quote unquote, an advocate. He left the CDC as chairman. But I will be fast to say this. We know the tactics, okay. It was a plan start that Mulbah Morlu leave the CDC, establish an auxiliary group in the form of advocates, an advocate group, which will be an octopus of the CDC. But we are still digging into that. But why? All of the time you've been in opposition is only days climbing up to your quote-unquote protest that the NSA is after you. We can remember years back, you talk about how provide trained military Israelis were in the country playing by the opposition band to take down George Weah. Now, these are things in my mind meant to build tension and awareness to the protest. I mean, these things are psychological. People have to be smart around here. Because once he begins to talk about it and the media takes it and begin to run with it, then you have automatically built the awareness for the July protest. That is the psychology behind this whole thing. If Mulbah Morlu is a person of interest and the NSA has tangible evidence to prove that they want to see him, they are going to get Mulbah Morlu directly. Why should they go be chasing after him, walking behind him to know what is happening? If the police wants to ask and see as a person of interest, if they can call the speaker, Konate Kofa, for some inquiry, and who is Mulbah Morlu that the security apparatus established by an act of national legislature to protect peaceful citizens and provide security within the boundaries of Liberia, who is Mulbah Morlu that security apparatus cannot call? Then we have Akaras Gray, of all people, who have to buttress our efforts. How many times have Mulbah Morlu not lied? But at the same time, you do take these allegations for granted. He's a citizen of the Republic of Liberia. So I think it's now time that the police call him to verify his claim and allegations. What do you think about that? They have a beautiful conversation. One country, one people. The politics can never divide us. We will have our differences, disagreements. But once one citizen feels affected, this time by the security apparatus, the relevant, like the police call, they brought Mulbah Morlu in to ask him so they can be able to investigate his claims and allegations. I catch y'all in the next sitting. I'm your humble man. Always. Let's catch it. And please, don't forget to share. They have a good discussion.
So, but she was knocking the door so violently that I almost brought down the windshield, but then on second thought, because the place is isolated, there's no power around there except the traffic light, which was on red. So there were moving vehicles left and right, so I couldn't go forward. I was compelled to remain stationed and analyze the situation that was unraveling right before my eyes. So as she was knocking the driver's side window, then I also heard a loud sound coming from the right. So while this girl was knocking the car from the driver's side window, two persons on the right hand were trying to also forcibly open the passenger side door. And one of the guys was pulling on the handle of the vehicle. Pulling on the, so hard that the handle of the Range Rover that I was driving broke. I think the picture is on social media, it's on Facebook. I didn't break that myself. They broke it. Now, at the same time, the guy that was standing by the girl on the other side, on the left-hand side, I saw that one of them was armed. One was armed. So I almost thought that these were criminals. But then when I saw the consistent actions from the right hand, from the left hand, and thought about the intelligence that we had gathered days before the 5th, which pointed towards NSL agents stealing senior officials of the way the people planned rally, and that the details also emerged before then that there will be planting agents amongst us that will pretend to be members of that will pretend to be protest organizers. So on second thought, this may be a stage attack. So don't bring your windshield down, leave the terrain. On impulse, I decided to leave to just drive my car forward. But then I was in the middle of the traffic, right at the Liberia junction, and there's this traffic light still on red. There are moving bikes coming from right, coming from left. But to escape the track, because it was getting so evasive and strong, I drove from the red light, just enter the traffic. As God will have it, I didn't hit nobody. There was no collision. It then spelled off using the right lane all the way towards here the junction.
Chairman, were you the only person in the car?
I was driving. Most times I'm alone. People who know me know that, except where I'm coming from meetings, I'm driving people from at different locations. Most times I'm alone in my car. My cars are all tinted. I have drivers, but for specific reasons at specific times, I'm alone. And that night was one of those nights where I drove alone. I came from a meeting.
Have you reported this, Chairman Morlu?
Report to our police that is looking for opportunity to harm me.
Okay.
We've seen visible threat from the police, and we've not been quiet about their activities against Liberians. So the police itself is a threat to our own survival. How can I go to a police that is looking for opportunity to harm me?
So why you think the police want to harm you?
Because the police has become an instrument in the hands of the oligarchs to carry out their whims and caprices. The police is not that police that is supposed to be protecting people. They are carrying out the dictates and the minutes of the presidency and other oligarchs and power brokers in the realms of authority in the Barclay government. No, this is a very, very, very strongly fractionalized government that has disintegrated at different levels, where there's no central control. Everyone doing his own thing to accelerate political expediency, to build a consolidated power at the detriment of the governing process. So it's not one government where somebody is in control. Boycott obviously is not in control. He's just sitting down there like a puppet president that is being worked around by individuals that have got interest.
My last question, I would beg that you take one question from the guys each. Let me ask the last one. Have you reached out to the partners?
Before to who?
To the partners, the regional partners.
No, I'm not. This is the first statement on this issue was made public.
Okay.
It is just this evening that the team thought that we should go public. As a matter of fact, I'm not a unilateral person. We run an institution. We are the people that will be coming out on the 17th of July, in an unstoppable, mass-based, peaceful, democratic process to build resistance against all the bad things happening in the governance space. And so I don't just go out and take action or make pronouncement. It has to be discussed internally. So when the team decided we should go public with this information, the first thing to do was to put up a statement. So I've not contacted any regional or international partner about what transpired on the 7th and on the 5th. So the first information dissemination process took place today on social media to some of you guys, members of the press.
What's going on here? We saw your Facebook page. I reached out to you, but now can you explain to the nation what's happening here, please?
Well, in the first place, Stanton, thank you for taking me on your show. I'd like to use this time to appreciate all your panelists. I don't know how many persons there, so I wouldn't query about it by name. I'm sure Mr. Grace on the platform.
You got Dr. Richardson, Paul Kennedy, Phoebe Henricks.
Dr. Richardson, and all my good friends, my compatriots, all different presenters. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for bringing me on the show. Thanks to you, Stanton, also.
You're welcome.
And I didn't even want to go public with this information because I think it will be a distraction. I'm not one of those that is intimidated by state-sponsored actions and arbitrariness and crackdown when you are doing exactly what is required to push the corporate democracy forward. Peter has made it was thought that this information should be put out because of the multiplicity of other threats that keep coming in and the different information we are gathering from inside sources. We also have, we have our counterintelligence officers in the very NSA giving us information about all the details, their plotted plans, or plans to wiretap people, plans to send agents to our meetings to pretend to be supporters, telling us at different time intervals. We nothing is surprising. We knew they were going to do these things, and we're not going to be deterred by this action because this is a government that is gradually losing it, and they are sort of accelerating our oligarchic tendency that is going to be counterproductive to the rule of law. So we would rather stand up and go down fighting than to be intimidated.
That Mulbah Morlu right there. Let me play you another clip here.
So how you can compare the CDC, government and the Waka government in 2 years? Yeah.
During those days, during the past government time, the free money that was in the country, the free money, now as you speaking, everything is under control. For example, you now working, your brother is representative, then you get this salary, you stay down in your hall, for January, for the first day of the month or the 31st, you go and withdraw money. This time around, there is no stealing money. Now, what today people are saying that we are suffering.
So you are not suffering. Oh, we are not suffering.
I'm not suffering.
How team process?
Thank you.
Okay.
During Vietnam, I was struggling for myself.
Okay.
I'm not sure Edwin's not over. You won't be president in 2020 now. God have mercy. That one part I will be rebel general. I will go in the bush and start war. I swear to God. One lie. If I not be general, change my name.
When Edwin's not be president?
God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. I will be rebel general Petro. John Petro. My man. You think can get one of our
but it meant no
to catch a meal, not be hard, rare for me, they pour for me, they already suffering that. So I want to hear it.
He won't be president. What kind of president? These are the boys who have held our country down. Every Snow has been involved in every bad deal. Every bad deal. When was the last time you heard Edwin Snow talking for the Liberian people?
Not a day.
All of you watching here. When was the last time you ever heard Edwin Snow open a mouth with a hell of a lip looking at a ganga ball? When you ever heard Edwin Snow open a mouth to talk for the Liberian people?
Like
he
dropping.
Never speaks for the people. Never ever has Edwin Snow advocated for anything that benefits the people. All he wants is his own interest. Every government he won't be part of it. Every government he won't be part of it. He will find a way to be close to the president. As Sanama's one thing he can do. I will kick him up. I will pathetically kick him up. Let me see. All the enemies of Liberia will be politically castrated. We will politically castrate them. They will no longer be in any position where they can milk the country. What nonsense. These boys, they're getting rich. We saw here, we saw these boys were poor. And where's the numbers? So this is the kind of human being we're talking about here, folks. If we were in a civilized country, this Sanama Swan every store, we will live looking like Kawasaki Tire, would not be in power in our country. Every store. It will not be in power. But because we are in Liberia, that is the reason why the likes of Edwin Snow can hold political office in our country and can take. You worked, Edwin Snow, for government. You stole all that money and you became a wealthy man. Of the independent newspaper is the one that Edwin Snow paid to publish that story, that picture on Willis Knockers. That picture made Bob Willis got pressure. Ellen had to ask Willis Knockers to resign his position. And then
Edwin Snow.
That's what Edwin Snow caused a human being to lose their life, to die, because he was trying to get even. He brought such disgrace to Willis Knockers. It was not easy. So this is the animal we're talking about. The man and human being, every sort of animal. Let me tell you, since Edwin Snow been in the legislature, since 2006. Since 2006. They say he paid SMD $5,000 US to publish that picture of Willis Knockers.
The Solidarity and Trust for a New Day or STAND says to the Liberia Council of Churches, you have sold the altar for power and silver. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, fellow citizens, this press conference was called in response to the Liberia Council of Churches' decision to honor Rachel Kuhn, an act that constitutes a serious moral crime to which a country, Liberia, cannot and will not remain silent. What we are witnessing today is not just a moral failure, it is a national disgrace. The Liberia Council of Churches, once seen as a moral compass of this nation, has chosen to crown corruption and sanctify deception by planning to honor Rachel Kuhn, a man whose speakership is built on electoral fraud, political manipulation, and constitution violations. The Council of Churches has betrayed its sacred duty and the interests of the Liberian state, has betrayed the path to righteousness, it has compromised the dignity of the body of Christ. Rachel Kuhn is no Democrat. He is not a defender of peace or justice, as the Council of Churches want us to believe. He is a product of a broken system. A system installed by stolen votes, propped up or supported by stolen wealth, the wealth of the state, and now being rewarded
by a compromised clergy wearing clerical robes. In choosing to celebrate this man, the Council of Churches has desecrated its own altar. It has traded the prophetic mantle for political access. It has chosen power over principle. It has not only failed spiritually, it has collapsed morally. Let us be clear, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just an ill-advised decision, it is an act of spiritual treason. These bishops, dressed in robes, but bankrupt in courage, have handed Satan a front seat in the sanctuary. They have insulted the gospel and spat on the legacy of moral leaders like the late Bishop George D. Brown, men who stood for truth, not for tyranny. We are not saying the church is dead. No, far from it. There are still thousands of churches and millions of believers in Liberia and beyond who love righteousness and fear God. But this decision by a few spineless and greedy clerics does not represent the true body of Christ. These are not men of God. They are men of gain. They have exchanged their anointing for access. They are puppets for platforms, and their sacred calling for political envelopes. They do not speak for the Church of Jesus Christ. Don't be mistaken. They speak for themselves and for those who feed or line their pockets. We ask this question, ladies and gentlemen. Would our Lord Jesus Christ honor a man whose rise to power was soaked in lies and corruption? The answer is obvious: never. The Lord Jesus drove the money changers out of the temple. He condemned hypocrisy. He stood.
Now, let me make something clear here. Let me make something clear here. Mulbah Morlu is looking for curse. I believe that the brother has already been cursed. I strongly believe that Mulbah K Morlu have finally been cursed. For you to be able to refer to the clergymen, men who are spiritually inclined, men who pray for their country, men and women who are been blessed. If you can be able to look at such a person and refer to them in that kind of derogatory manner, I strongly believe that Mulbah Morlu he have been cursed. And the brother can lie. Mulbah Morlu can lie. When Mulbah Morlu speak to you, he tell you good morning, you should be able to wash your time. Mulbah Morlu claiming that he resigned from the CDC. That's a flattering lies. That is the reason I take on my shares. So that you guys can be able to see my lips and you guys can be able to look at my eyeball, kolo kolo. Mulbah Morlu, he is one of the barbaric liars. When Mulbah Morlu, it was the same Mulbah K Morlu who said that the opposition brought missionaries in the country. It was the same Mulbah K Morlu who said that he went to Ghana and he met with President Barack Hussein Obama. To the extent the U.S. Embassy, Niham Morovia, they have to come to debunk that he lies. Fellow comrades, friends and brothers, sisters, look, it is very, very much difficult. The way the seditionists, the Muya Shens, the Wea Shens, the way they left that country, the way they left our country. And in less than 2 years, the country is on the red path of history. Before, when you're traveling with our passport, people used to move you from on the line, put you on different line, because the image of the country was dark. It was on JMB, Meta Beslo Yanti. She was able to restore. Meta Beslo Yanti was able to restore our country image. If some of you guys doesn't know that, not play you this clips.
Secret killing, down. They're respecting the rule of law, down. I pray for all of us, down. Waka government,
every time you dey by my side,
a good system of governance called democracy that has 3 pillars, fundamental pillars. Through my analysis, you already know that the Elections Commission is wrong. Right? The legislature is wrong. Wrong because President declared himself, he said by Umar, he said, I am a redeemed speaker. President Boyka went to the press and read a prepared text.
Now be able to stop the clip there just a few minutes. Mulbah Morlu know the functions of the National Election Commissions? Does he know that? Does he know the functions and the act that created the National Election Commissions? Mulbah Morlu does not know that. The elections of Rachel Nangbe Kunda have nothing to do with the National Election Commissions. The National Election Commissions, it is clothed with the authority for them to be able to conduct elections into the country. Any elections that will be conducted in a premises of Liberia, it have been clothed with that authority that the National Election Commission must do that. Any elections. That is the reason why the law of our good land says that when someone is sick or someone is not able to perform to their duties as elected representative, the House of Representatives had 90 days. 90 days to be able to inform the National Election Commission, devil, incapacitated, or whatsoever it is. Then the National Election Commission will set out a time. So Mulbah Morlu come here to be lying to people who does not read, to people who don't know their right from their wrong. I'm sorry to say. But Mulbah Morlu, this is a brother who does not understand anything. I can say that to Mulbah K Morlu. Mulbah K Morlu does not understand anything. The brother does not understand it. The brother does not understand that the National Election Commission had nothing to do with Richard Nangbeku elections. It has nothing to do with Richard Nangbeku being elected or whether he was elected or whether he is currently elected. The National Election Commission have nothing to do with that. But the National Election Commission have something to do with when you are running in your district. When the vice president and the president are running, when the senator are running, then it is the cloth with that authority for them to be able to print ballots and be able to announce to the public. That is the reason why when the National Election Commission does not announce any other result, people always say a preliminary result. Because it is the National Election Commissions. So, Mr. Mulbah K Morlu, a former CDC chairperson, I wonder where Janga Kone was. With all due respect, there are some of the citizens who know. There are some of the citizens who and myself, we rose our sleeves together into the Vanguard Student Unification Party. But there are some of them, they are mumu. I'm sorry to say. So let's play that clip again.
Every time you dey by my side,
A good system of governance called democracy that has three pillars, fundamental pillars. Human analysis, you already know that the Elections Commission is wrong. Right? The legislature is wrong. Wrong because Richard declared himself, he said by Umar, he said, I am a redeemed speaker. President Boycott went to the press and read a prepared text. He attacked the Supreme Court. He undermined the Supreme Court. He challenged that ruling and said, Supreme Court, I'm paraphrasing this, go to hell. He undermined and destroyed the authority of the only institution in Liberia that's supposed to maintain the balance of power and keep everyone in check. What President Brocken has started doing, if the Liberian people allow him to go away with him, it means, for example, there will be no free and fair election 2029. That is wrong, and will be one of the reasons we are coming out on July 17 to say what? Enough is enough. To say what? Enough is enough.
The brother does not just understand it. Common law have been provided. Honor educations, they say constitution, that they say books. I wonder why Mulbah Morlu have not taken some of the books, some of those books, for him to be able to read. Mulbah K Morlu, I wonder what a brother think. Look, the CDC, I strongly believe that the CDC is coming to our end. I strongly believe that the seditions, because in the absence of former President George Manuel Weah, that party looking at is almost done. In the absence of former President George Manuel Weah, that party is looking at is almost done. Don't you guys know that it was the former presidents who plotted against Fonate Kofa, saying that the man was becoming too powerful? Saying that the man was becoming too powerful. Don't you guys know that the 300,000 that were paid for the CDC party headquarters, that money came from Fonate Kofa? That get the man so much envious, that get the man so much jealous. And he said that they should get rid of him. It is the people. You can play with the Liberians. I can tell anyone this. You can play with Liberians one time, two times, but he will never allow the third one to repeat itself. We made a mistake by electing him. And that is the reason why the Liberians voted our government. Now, listen, when JMB went to Accelerator, what did he ask them? He said, when will you guys send Liberians to receive trainings in order for them to come back to their motherland, for them to be able to train people too? Guess what Accelerator said? Accelerator said, we have sent good 10. Those 10 people, they have returned. Right there on the spot, the president were able to see 2 were on the spot. That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about. We are not talking about men who does. How many times President Weah, at the time that he was president, how many times did he go to work, remain at work until 9? But look, we are getting the intelligence already. We are getting the intelligence already on Mulbah K Morlu. That this brother did not just resign from the CDC. No. In the presence of other ordinary people, Mulbah K Morlu resigned. Yeah, that is true. But what was behind his resignations? The former president threatened him. Quote me, the former president and the leaders of Jeff Koji threatening him that he has to resign. That is a party that you're thinking that party will soon survive. That is a party that you're thinking that party will soon survive. The man who just had meeting with Alexander B. Cummings about Alexander B. Cummings going to the CDC. That is a man that you're thinking that he loved the country. JMB, for example, there's one man, since he was vice president, he has been living in that one house. He is president, he is still living in that one house. How many houses one man will be able to occupy? How many houses? How many houses? Because when you're saying that you're going to sleep or you're going to bed, you're not going to go occupy one room. What is the essence of the men stealing the Liberian people resources and investing it into condominiums? But Mulbah K Morlu, we understand our tactics. The CDC asked you for you to resign. Your hard meeting. And for some of us, we are intelligent. We get men on the ground. For some of us, we get men on the ground who will feed us information. You know me from day one already. The real whole government was in my palm. The real whole government was in my palm. So Mulbah K Morlu, I was just giving you leverage of times. But it seems to be like you just acting like you know, but you does not know. I'll play you another clips so you can hear from their fool.
Has been no call from President Baga to President Weah. But I don't want to make it this issue like we're waiting for calls. You know, the last conversation at the highest level, you know, when
Don't say that. No, don't say that. No, Len Eugene Namge, don't say that. Len Eugene Namge, you want to add now that you led the president. Don't say that. Because I was in the country when you defected. When Len Eugene Namge defected, he went to Unity Party. Don't say that. You was the one who said that President Weah and Simon, that President Weah notebooks were all in your care. That you used to do President Weah homework. Now you want to act like you're lacking because the Unity Party, we have taken power and we strongly believe that power will say bye-bye to you guys. Don't say that because you guys are waiting for a call. Oh yes. Don't say that because you guys are waiting for a call. And at that call, you guys will never see it. That call, you guys will never see it except on the occasions. Please call to you guys for what? Please call to you guys for what? I understand the directives. Look, we the Unity partisans, we understand the Mupurupuani. The whole country will understand where to go because we understand the country to the core. How many years it took us for us to grab power back? It took us 6 years. Trust me. We did not come to power for us to enrich ourselves. No. The United Party did not come to power for others, for you guys to say, oh yeah, the brother bill 96 condominium. No. 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 The fact of the matter here is that we have come to power in order for the Liberian people, for us to be able to satisfy, for us to be able to serve the Liberian people. That is the reason why we came to power. The Unity Party. And right now, the Unity Party, the foreign ministry is about to open the passport department in Zedru. The Zedru and that of Bon County, they are about to issue a passport department in both counties, so that people from Bon or Nima, they cannot be able to reach all the way to Monrovia in order for them to be able to obtain their national passport, their identification card. The United Party will not come to power in order for us to be able to enrich ourselves. No. But we have come to power for us to be able to serve the Liberian people. We have come to power in order for us to be able to put food on our brothers and sisters at the table. That is the reason why the United Party, the UP-led administration, we have employed one of the highest young people. Oh, yes. So don't come here to say that, oh no, don't like we're waiting for call. Yes, indeed, you guys are waiting for call. When I call, you guys will not see it just now. Let me play you that clip.
There has been no call from President Barga to President Weah. But I don't want to make it this issue like we're waiting for calls. You know, the last conversation at the highest level, you know, when there was an occasion where the former president was returning to Liberia after an international visit. And then while we were boarding the plane, the protocol told us that there was an issue with, because every time you board a plane, whether it's a private jet or a commercial plane, there is a litany of checks that the pilot has to do. Where you land, where you park, when the air traffic controllers will tell you to land, and all of that. So the pilot came to me. I was on the plane with him when we boarded. He said, Mr. Namwe, we have not checked everything yet because Monrovia has not told us our final parking position. I said, but what is required? He said, you have to call Monrovia for them to do that. So just for us to know where we park the plane when we land. So I called the Minister of State, Sylvester Grisby, and I have the call logs. You know, because today, if anybody deny the truth, we have to push further. I called him. He didn't pick up. So the pilot said, it's an issue that we have to submit, but we can go maybe while airborne. On the plane, there is internet. Minister Grisby called me back. And I said, I always call him veteran. He's a former colleague of mine. We were in the government together. He was minister of me. I said, but we always call him veteran. I said, veteran, we're on the flight and we need clearance for the former president's plane to land. He said, oh, don't worry about it. You have land to the usual spot at the VIB. I said, but communicate with the proper authorities. He said, okay. So we started going. Like about 20 minutes to land, they called the pilot and said, there's no final parking position. While we were in the air. And for me, I always repeat this because it was a threat, not just to, it wasn't a political matter. It was a threat to the lives, all of those of us who were on board. And then he said, oh, I will call you back. He didn't call back. But while I was talking to him, I heard the president in the background.
President Mulbah K.
Yes. And then he didn't call me back. And then they called the protocol on the ground and say, oh, let them, we'll tell them where to park to the plane. And the pilot said, look, from an aviation perspective, I have to know where I'm going to land. Otherwise, we have to find our options. So I said, what are the options? He said, maybe we could go land in Sierra Leone. The former president was on the plane. Already in 20 minutes to landing time, we had to cycle because there's no permission. But so he called the president of Sierra Leone to say, we have an emergency. Can we? He said, oh no, he talked to his people. We had up the authority to land in Sierra Leone because Liberia did not give us authorization. I'm not saying I talked to somebody at LCAA, somebody at low level. I spoke to the Minister of State while we were in the air.
Did you hear President Boakai talking about the subject matter
They
in the
want
back?
they want that you say I say, but I'm telling you, you either believe me.
No, what I'm saying, you
believe
said
me.
you heard the former president talking
While
about
I was talking to the Minister of State,
okay.
I heard him. He was saying, what is it, Grace?
Okay.
I heard it.
So you learned the
So
inside.
I felt as oh no, but once the president is aware, and then they call the protocol and say, you know, what they were trying to do was that he shouldn't use the
VIP,
the lounge. But they should have just said, they say, you park the plane way in the corner, and, you know, but you can't be in the air, and then you know, because it's an aviation infraction that was
so
committed.
instead you landed in Sierra Leone?
No.
Okay.
Before we could go to Sierra Leone, then the pilot said, "What? I have permission to land, but not permission to park." So I told him, I said, "Land the plane." When they say we can park, we can stay in the middle of the runway. We put the former president out, because for me it was a safety issue, and I told him, I said, "No, don't go to Sierra Leone because it will mean another 40 minutes. I don't know how much fuel he had in the plane, all of that."
What will happen?
So we landed because he had permission to land. And then they say, "Oh, you can park where the VIP to," you know. I said, "It doesn't matter." So we got down, we, went through the regular terminal. Why is it that issue? Is it shows the amount of ad hominem attacks that the former president has been receiving. It's not accidental. It's deliberate.
You see, Len Eugene Nangbe can lie. Len Eugene Nangbe is a big, you know, for me, I intend to not respect people who lie abruptly. The issue here that Len Eugene Nangbe keep dancing around, it was the VIP launch. Amen. The way President Barack Obama, he is no longer U.S. president. Doesn't he have authority to go park at the White House? The way Joe Biden is no more American president. Doesn't he have the right for him to be able to fly the beast? To be able to ride the beast? So one of the things I have noticed is that the tiny, small seditions, it's like once you have passed on that sycamore tree, it has an impact on your brain. The sycamore tree has serious impact on those brother them brain. To the extent when they say one thing, in a split second, they are talking about different things. But that is CDC for the Liberian people. But one thing that I know, let's take a quarter. Samuel, you are online. Good morning, good evening, wherever you find yourself.
Yeah. What's up, AB? How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I've been following the show. You see, this is what I told you the day before yesterday or yesterday on the show. The only thing that will make CDC to stop making the noise they are making, they should give them the assurance to not be prosecuted for the wrong they did to the country. That's one. Two, they should allow them to make that country look stupid in the eyes of the international community. I said this thing over and over, my brother. The biggest mistake the politician ever allowed in that country was to allow CDC to have relevance. And the biggest mistake above all was the Liberian people to have belief in people that had nothing to do with the executive mansion. If you listen to Morlu, while Morlu went Wallace, CDC playbook can be right in front of you guys don't understand it. Morlu know if you go to any community, it will be a few of them and they will lose relevance. So what Morlu doing? Morlu went water side because that's a basic corridor. And then a few people are behind him and it will make it look like they had a lot of people following behind him. Now, how many times Morlu planned the protest? All the noise you see Morlu making, oh, we get intelligent, oh, we get this, oh, we get that. All the things that public sentiment got them looking for. I tell you yesterday, listen to Eugene Nagbe. Which country the former president will still have access to what belongs to the presidency? Does that make sense to you? Y'all can see Joe Biden going around Air Force One or around the VIP launch around the warehouse in America.
Or you can
Forget
see
about Joe Biden.
Or you can see him talking about the beast.
Exactly. Let Obama there. How many convoys you see behind Obama? Up to now, when Joe we are passing around, look at how the man behave when he going in the church. He still get that mentality that he president. In fact, the man said it. He said he the president of the country by the majority voice, and Joe Biden are the president by vote. You know, you can't blame we are. We are then using one currency, and the Liberian people keep giving them that currency. And this is one thing that the Joe Biden government feel on. The Joe Biden feel on finding a way to educate the population about how they can be aware of people that we are there when they come close to them. They're not paying attention to public awareness. Now, why you see people like Morlu stay passing around with the hope that they will convince people to jump in the street? Listen to that little video you play that said there were free money. I tell you this, AB, there's a guy I know right now. He must have argued during the election. That guy used to sit down home. That guy used to make $800 US every month. Upon your goodness, you mean 800? I'm not telling you. They say, you know the only job he had, proper defender. As I speak to you right now, when John we are left office, that guy left and went and started looking for a job. Now he got a teaching job. All that guy used to do to the radio, calls people and make noise. He living right near my house. He can go to my people, he rather eat and stuff. He and I spoke the other time. He said, my man, I lose my mind, boy. The way the puppy moving, yeah, the puppy we are doing better than our man. Tell that we can't us how to say it, then will be like betraying the party. Even the sedition among them, they know the truth.
Yeah.
They know the truth. They know the truth. And when Moravia AB, there's a lady that was selling roasted corn. That lady said every phone, every 2 weeks, she used to receive $800 LD. I think 800 or 700 LD. When I said, what kind of work you are doing? Oh, I bleed blue. That one government, CDC, that one government, we don't want in power. But if Papa can, that nothing happening. Now, while the lady told you that there was free money, the lady is not lying. There were a lot of people that were being dished out free money in that place. And that's how they used to fool the people. When they dish out the free money, and then they use the people at the end of the day, they abuse them. Mulbah Morlu is an organization that stands for justice. Pokai Rabba and Ben Billy Topa, they're supposed to be questioned by now for what they did to Pape Susulu. They beat that little boy and naked him. Why he not pushing the other case? Gifty Lama, Albert Peters, and the list go on. Van Bolos, I know Van Boto or how they call him.
Yeah, Van Boto.
Murphy Ines. Those were all
Murphy Ines.
Mysterious Murphy Ines. And he's an organization that does not support political party. Why he not advocating for the other deaths? Why can't he advocate for them? Princess Coppola. Why he can't advocate for the death? But you see, you don't blame these jokers.
The three missing boys.
Exactly. Like what Siafa was saying, they kept the ballot after 3 years. Which area you produce ballot after 3 years? Those guys that went missing. Let's see more say that.
Okay.
And these are some of the things, when I sit down, I can say, I don't blame these guys. I blame the Liberian. Let me tell you, Eddie, Joe Bwaka want justice.
Yeah, we have one of the guys that just walk in the studio. Let me be able to bring it on, and then you'll be able to listen to him. All right. Let me bring my friend and brother Vasco. Vasco, how you doing?
I'm okay, AB. How yourself?
I'm trying to be good.
Okay. Thank,
So
thank you for the show.
yeah, today, like I was saying, I decided to discuss Mulbah K Morlu. You cannot be saying that you are a stand permanent member, and then the death then that occurred in our country, you fail for you to be able to speak on that. The last of Jeffrey Lama, the last of Abba Peter, the last of the three missing boys. But he planned to be able to insult clergymen. And I know you Vasco, you will never do that. To insult clergymen, you Vasco, you will never do that. But your so-called Mulbah K Morlu, he is doing that. So that's what we are discussing here tonight. Thank you for coming on. So be able to make your statement. Yeah.
Thank you, AB. I've been listening to you guys. As you can see, I was already sleeping, but I said I couldn't just sit down and allow you guys to just flow with all those fake informations. We have to come here to erect the checkpoints, and then we are not running campaign. You guys did this for 6 years. You lied to our people, say all kinds of things. Today, they are giving you people the stage to govern the country. You stay complaining. So I don't know if you ever listened to your police director before about all these cases you mentioned. The police director told you people plain blank that they have reviewed all those cases. I know sometimes I don't know where I can be. The police director said we have reviewed all of these cases, and those cases were concluded. Even the three missing boys, the people told you they have concluded those cases. The past government did it, they concluded those cases. Your king will review those cases. He said everything that happened that was mentioned during those cases, when they went to do their own findings, that was exactly what happened. That is the reason why you're not hearing about all those fake lies and things you'll carry on. Because the police director made it clear, but maybe you people, when the people speaking, having a press statement, you people don't be paying attention. You only want to come and create your own story. So those cases have been adjudicated. I'm speaking on what I heard from Gregory Como. You can go back, look at the police page. You will still get that video. You're good at bringing all those videos out. You can bring those videos out and play it right here.
But when they went for the cabinet meeting, the president instructed him. The president instructed the justice minister to be able to look into that case and then reopen that file. Then you telling me what?
So if you understand, the president, he's somebody too that I don't know. The president of a country, the police director.
Yeah, but do you think that it is right for Mulbah Morlu to be insulting clergymen? Something that you cannot do? Do you think that he was one point in time? He was one point in time your party chairperson.
Yeah,
do you think that it was right and it is right for him to be able to insult the clergymen?
It is not right to insult clergymen, but I'm only hearing it from you.
Okay, let me
do
play
you
that
have
clip.
Do you have a video that insulted the clergyman?
Let me play you that clip.
There's solidarity and trust for New Day or Stand, says to the Liberia Council of Churches, you have sold the altar for power and silver. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, fellow citizens, this press conference was called in response to the Liberia Council of Churches' decision to honor Richard Coon, an act that constitutes a serious moral crime to which a country, Liberia, cannot and will not remain silent. What we are witnessing today is not just a moral failure, it is a national disgrace. The Liberia Council of Churches, once seen as a moral compass of this nation, has chosen to crown corruption and sanctify deception by planning to
Who did you hear that?
So what was the word he used on the clergy? It was very low. I actually didn't get it was low from my end. So
Okay.
so what was the word that Morlu used on the clergyman?
You want? No, I will not repeat that to you.
You see,
I will not repeat that to you, my friend.
yeah, you see, Abby, we gotta be clear here.
Oh, but we are clear.
Morlu is not a political party person any longer. Morlu is a civil society.
Civil society / CDC.
Now, I mean, you can say what you want to say, but Morlu have his group. Everybody know Morlu is the head of STEM. Eh? He's the head of STEM. So they determine current issue, pressing issue, things that are affecting the people.
Okay.
You are the government. You have the right to go investigate what kind of case you want to investigate. That Morlu. Morlu is there to speak on ills in society.
But that was an ill in society as well. The
Okay,
killing
so
of those three missing, but that was an ill in society.
yeah, but your government said they already concluded the investigation.
No, the government did not tell you that they are concluded. No.
They want to revisit. If they want to revisit, let it go ahead and revisit. What
Okay.
Morlu have to do with it?
Okay.
Morlu is not a prosecutor. Morlu is there to speak on ills in society. And what we're looking at in this current government is more than I haven't seen a government that is insensitive to the plight of the people like this identical government.
Okay.
People crying every day in the country. You said you're right there.
People have to cry because the development is coming.
What is the development?
People need to cry because development does not come easy. There is no development come easy. The road constructions.
Which road are you constructing? Dusty road? And the dusty road. And that's how you're passing over dusty road. Because I don't want you to bring up a road that was already been constructed and you just came to complete. What is your project? What is your own project?
My friend and brother, the water and sewer were languishing behind. It was a sleeping giant. The water and sewer was a sleeping giant. More Ali have to come to wake it up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, sleeping giant, wake up. Now you can see the pipes. The pipes that were underground from 1822. That is the pipe that Mo Ali was replacing this CDs. Water is surrounding all in Monrovia, central Monrovia, and the brother is trying for him to be able to carry water in the leeward counties. Not only that, Sunday's government took over. No, I come in. Sunday's government took over. There had not been a single rice shortage on the Liberia market.
Well, Sunday's,
no, I come in. There is a difference between you being able for you to there is a shortage on the market and the price of the goods be high. Today, the president already tariff. The tariff on rice, there's no more tariff on rice. So rice price coming be maybe $14 or $15. Oh, you laughing? There had not been a shortage of gasoline on the Liberian market. Oh, you laughing?
Go ahead, Evie. You see, look.
Keep your call coming. I come in. Let me say this. Keep your call coming out on 952-452-4848. Once more, 952-452-4848. 452-4848. Go ahead, my friend and brother. Go ahead.
You see, you have a country to run. You are the government right now. Propaganda will not help you. You did the propaganda to lie to the people to get to power. Liberian people, they are not crazy. You listening to the people. You listen to Spoon FM, the biggest platform. They took the microphone to the street. It's the second time doing it, and you got the feedback from the people. When people are suffering, there's nothing else you can do to make them to come and sing praises to you. Based on our own research that we've been watching and carrying on, the country is tough. I don't know when you came from Liberia, but I just came from Liberia. You're talking about water and seal. I got water running to my house. And that water was never, I was there for almost like 3 weeks. There was no water. I spent a month and some days in Liberia. There was no water in my house. So we need to stop these things.
We get a caller.
Yeah.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is MJ. I'm calling from Iowa.
Angela, go ahead.
Yes. The guy that is on a show, is he still there?
Yeah. He's still here.
Yeah, the reason why we are lost that election. You see, when people are sitting down talking, and most people are watching the show, brother, I feel sorry for you.
You feel sorry for who?
Him, the guy
okay.
that is on the show.
Okay.
CDC will never see power again. Okay. You got killed our people.
Okay.
People were dismissed. Young people die in our country. Body was all over that place.
Cora, I'm coming to you. Just hold on. I'm coming to you.
You gotta let me respond. You gotta let me respond to the callers.
They have sanction on them. They say, what government? Do you know what our Papa doing right now? That Papa creating more jobs. Many things are happening in our country. Roads are being built. Things are happening. Our people are happy. Lights are on the street. Water, we got running water now. Everything is working out for the people. That's what say people call Spoon their way and say blah 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 blah. That you're the same sedition that call on that show. But the main people that know their country, they are there. You think by if they are coming back on the media, it will make the Liberian people mind change. No. This will not bring you back to power. I'm sorry for me to say. Thank you so much, Abby, for your time.
Thank you. Cora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Abby, you already know, but for the sake of the public, my name is Lawrence Fala, and I'm calling you from Pennsylvania.
The rescue.
Yeah, Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Abby, I want to say to you tonight, this morning, that you brought the wrong person in studio. That guy you brought over there is a lunatic of CDC. So there's nothing good you're gonna hear from him. I have sometimes come across his videos. The man has nothing to offer. Does you ask the man about development, he cannot say anything. You're talking about where is the government owned project? Which government in that country owns a project? Any president that comes to power, whatever project that administration carries on is not for that president or that administration. It's for the government of Liberia. So if George Weah started a project or started project that he has already met, and then he stopped it. So when another government comes in power, they should say, since it is George Weah that started this project, so we should not do it. We should go and find new project to begin with. That is the kind of idea, the low thinking. You have those guys calling themselves, some of them now, because I have some sedition friends who can think better than that guy in studio. You have, some of those guys calling themselves seditions, talking about the president should show you his project. Which project do you expect the president to show you? When the president is a president of Liberia and a government of Liberia started a project and he is ending that project. Even if you're talking about road construction, since George Weah got in power, the 6 years he spent in power, that road from Town all the way to Simpor Bridge have been damaged since he stayed in power. He did not rehabilitate that road. That road had been like that. It is this government that came in power that started the rehabilitation of that road, expanding the road.
Okay, thank you.
So I mean, if you want to bring somebody in studio,
no, I was able to share the link. I was able to share the link.
I know that is when
and moreover, Vasco is my friend and brother, so me and
no,
him we've been talking.
I understand, but what I want to say, AB, is that in discussion, right, whether of sedition or you paste, in discussion, there's something they call balance. You have to balance your discussion. You have to point out the good and the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You understanding? Even if you don't want to be so supportive to the government in power, you are a Liberian, regardless of whom is a president. You are a Liberian. So if there's a little achievement of that government, speaking of, I can tell you that George Weah government had few achievements, and they had some what we call lapses. So based upon the percentage of their lapses, made oppositions to overrule them, and United Party came into power.
Okay.
So you have United Party in power, there will be lapses, and those lapses, if those lapses outweigh the development going on, opposition will come to power.
Okay.
So if you want to be real, you be real, and you establish the fact and be able to speak. But maybe before I leave, let me speak on this. Vasco lied saying that the AB Command said that all the cases were concluded. Let him be able to bring out his facts, his proof, where AB Command spoke to him.
You don't even know the police director. You're talking about Gregory Coleman. Not talking about AB. You're talking about
sorry. Gregory Coleman, that let him bring out the videos that Gregory Coleman spoke, that all the cases, including the 3 missing boys, the auditor generals that were killed, including Princess Cooper, and all those cases. Let him bring them out where Gregory Coleman said those cases were concluded. These guys can sit and live in delusion and feel like they are speaking fast to people.
Okay.
We are all learned people. He cannot just sit on that show and start to speak in a low tone, in a fiery voice, without bringing.
Okay. Let me hear you, because the two called directly. They were on you.
Thank you, Avi. And that is why I'm here, because I came so the show can be interactive, and so you alone cannot just be talking.
Okay.
The name Unity Party. I'm responding to your callers now.
Yeah.
Most of the people that are associated with Unity Party, their middle name is Lies.
Okay.
98% of the things that come from them, they are all lies. And their two colors just prove it on the show. And they don't make research. I'm giving you facts. Go on the police page. The video there. AB can research. I know AB will go there tomorrow and check. Why should you be arguing or making noise about people dying during the President Weah administration? You in power now. Who control the security? Who control the justice system? You been there almost 2 years. You still don't know who killed those people? You don't know? You woke up that should that be the things you people be saying all the time? We don't want that thing. You said that thing during election period, and the people buy your idea to vote for you. Now you're in power, you cannot prosecute anybody. You cannot find anybody who was guilty in committing those acts. Your lie, your brought Jerome Fredder then here, lie on the platform and say, Joe, we are talking the children kidney. Tell you, I know how you know they can do kidney transplant.
Okay.
These are the things that you're real with. And today, that is the reason why you see Gordon like Oakley. I know you will sit in your little corner and say the government is doing. Since I've been knowing myself, this government is one of the worst government. This is the only government that don't respect the rule of law. I'm telling you, this is a government that go against the Supreme Court, the higher decision-making body.
You call that going against the Supreme Court?
Supreme Court came out with a verdict,
Okay.
and the president came out and said something different.
Yeah, but does that mean that?
Listen now. Just, I think 2 days ago, the Honorable House, they had a resolution.
Yeah.
And do you guys know what that resolution was all about? That resolution was about those things that they did during the saga. All the illegal things that the Supreme Court told them that everything you did over there is illegal. They had to go back in their own corner and notify that everything they did was not legal. So now they had a resolution for them to legalize it. So they had the reason why they had a resolution because they knew everything they did was wrong. So then now they went there and they voted overwhelmingly that everything they did that the Supreme Court deemed to be not legal, they tried to make it legal. But some of you are here making argument with us that everything the people are doing was right. It was right.
But we are discussing Mulbah K Morlu lies, and then you jumping from the two caller just call. Yeah, I come in.
No. I just told you.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, I just won't be sure.
I just told you I was responding to your caller, right? Because
but the caller said this government carry on a lot of development, and the lady was
I'm asking you what is the development? You say road connectivity.
Okay.
I say it's a good thing. Government continuity, right? When you come and where the next government started, and decide to complete it, that is okay.
Then why you guys passing around making noise about we are project? Like we are using your power money.
Don't be rude on the show, bro.
No, it's not rude. I question my brother.
Don't be rude on the show. Don't say what we are using.
That's not rude.
No, that's rudeness.
The Joseph Boyka.
Calm down without making arguments.
That's not being rude. It's the government money. That's taxpayer money.
Every government comes to power with their own agenda.
Okay, so
when you come to power with your agenda should manifest in the life of the ordinary people. Okay? When we were being royal, you were one of those that was sitting lying to the public that
how many roads we have built?
You see how many roads we have built? All the roads you completed now are the roads we are building.
You see that again? So when we are came to power, the Medina road he took from Cape Man and carried RIA road, we are project too?
What you say the Medina road? So we are told the road from
Medina. The money that was used to start that RIA project, it was the money that was allocated by the Salif government to start the road in Medina, Cape Man.
Yeah,
you relocated that funds. We are project?
Because we are got sense more than most of you people, most of the leaders.
That's why Joseph Boyka gets sense more than George Weah. He's not passing through Ivory Coast to go to Liberia. The people are driving on the doorstep road to go to the southeast. We got a hard sense. He was riding boat. His car gets stuck. He and his minister used to cross another country to enter his own country. That is sensible person there.
You want to those that everything comes from your mouth.
No, it's not insult. You see?
You
You
said
lie.
because we are get sense. I only compare we are sense and
Vasco.
Joe Burger sense. Then
You
you said
lie
that
too
we
much.
like you,
You
my
can't
brother.
compare Burger. Burger, who can go tell people say you go steal. But you don't want to go there with
No,
me.
AB, the video I just sent you, play that video when
You don't
that
want to go there.
Vision TV CEO was flocked
Look
for
at
parking near, passing in front of Jefferson Koji house.
when
You know these guys, I
when
don't
that
blame them.
happened. When it happened.
You know why I don't blame them?
No.
JB should have brought in someone neutral in the Liberian police force that will have vetted those guys that are in there. And we are some of those missionaries that CDC left in there and revamp the security sector and start to go after the guys and prosecute them. You get Ben Topa, you get Poker Rabba, and the list of them that flocked that kid that had to go to Ghana, that nearly got killed. Those fools are passing around today in Liberia and
No,
dealing
you the
with
fool
saying
now.
they
You
want
can't be
checkmate
calling. You
government.
can't be insulting people here.
So they're not inside. You
So you
guys
are. No,
abuse that
you
country.
gotta
And
be
you say to your
moderate.
young men like
No,
you
you
enjoying freedom
you
in America because
you
now your
you
relative
gotta
there will
calm
beat you.
down, brother. Don't be so
You
aggressive.
better calm down. What
Speak to
happened,
the
like, bro?
issue.
You got no guy
Speak to the
abuse
issue.
power.
Speak to the issue.
No. My brother, everybody got that way of talking. I'm a loud
But
talker,
I will not
okay?
sit here. You call anybody call them fool or this that.
But
Or
they
what.
are fools.
That point.
Normal human being
No,
will
but
not do
then
that
you
to
the
your fellow.
fool.
You, Vasco, the way you sitting on the platform, you'll not beat your fellow human being, scrape them naked, inject them like they did to that boy, Susulu.
Who injust?
That kid now is in Ghana. He's still recovering up to now.
You lie.
Mentally.
You can
He
lie.
is. If he's
You
back in
lie.
Liberia, I'm not aware of it. The last time I heard him
Lie.
speaking, he was in Ghana. Was that lie?
was in
You
Ghana.
lie.
Water Susuru is in Ghana.
Same, you lie too much. I thought you
Was
not change.
beating
All the
You
way you
know
go
one good thing
election, you
about
still
sedition, he
lying.
said 98% of United Partisans can lie. You 110% of sedition are liars. 110% of seditions. You guys are a bunch of liars. Look at it, Abby, look at the one he's talking. Look, you know, sometimes when I listen to sedition, I can wonder if this guy really
CDC and
they
United
rather
Party will
see
not making
Liberia as
confusion
a
here.
country or they see Liberia like one of those social clubs.
Speak to the issue, brother. You in
And you
power.
Jana, you left from here, you went in Chicago, you start talking about Roe, you start talking about Diego,
I
you're
told
talking
you I
about
was
Mulbah
speaking.
Molu.
I
Let me
was
tell you, Abi, let me speak
speaking
to
to
the
the
issue.
callers.
Okay.
Vasco, let me
Vasco,
speak to the issue. You
allow
see,
you to speak to the issues.
Okay.
Abi,
Yes.
a Mulbah Molu come and tell you today, say, he part a man, a man, a woman, believe him. Anything else, even a Mulbah Molu tell you, time, if you get someone else, ask them to confirm it. A guy like Molu will come and tell you something and you don't double check it, you need to go check yourself. Seriously. Seditions. What a guy named Asa Jackson, I know he said what he need, he's a diabolical. Is it that the word he used? I won't borrow his choice of words.
Yes.
That jumping.
I'm not jumping. I'm addressing Molu issue. Mulbah Molu is a diabolical liar along with
Okay.
seditions.
All
I
right.
tell you this. You know what sedition know how to do? They know how to cook lies. And they will force you open your mouth and shove it down your throat in as much as you don't want to swallow it. Let me tell you, seditions in Vasco, the population you were dealing with 2005, the population is way too intelligent and advanced. We will not sit there, those lies and misinformation that used to get the people happy. 48,000, they say 48 million. When the CSA came and provided the information about that one, that other noise go down small. You hearing that one on Mulbah Molu protest land? Because that was one of the things he wanted to protest for. They scooped that one off. Because they know now that the information had been provided. But you know these guys, I don't blame them. Most often, I blame the currency that CDC is using. And the currency CDC is using is the currency that this administration is not doing two things. One, they are not trying to provide the necessary information to the people. Two, they are not trying to find a way to get the young guys off the street as much as they can. There are other pilot projects they can do in our country that will take the young guys from behind the job to stop making their life miserable. Look at those young men passing behind Mulbah Molu. Open a farm. Let Burkina Faso and people are taking personal out of that place. You work for 3 months, you go free.
You still get people in South Beach for stealing 500 for stealing cell phone. Those are waste of resources. Look for one bush, open that place. Those young men that are running behind Mulbah Morlu, tell those men to go on a farm you work for $100, $150 and see if those men will leave that money and go run behind Joko and Morlu. It's the same lies that we are ran with. It's the same lies. The same lies. These guys know how to cook the lies. The same thing, let me just go little bit off topic. When the Joel issue came up, oh, the government I want to get Joel car. The government, to tell you how ungrateful and wicked seditions are. We are in office. We are living. We are in Joe Walker. Who's supposed to care for Joel the most?
It is
They're
weird.
not, we are vice president. We are God cars for himself. Abandon Joel. Your vice president. You get one car for her. You abandon her. Then you come again. You say, oh, the government so provided her car. That government provided car for where? Or that the cars he stole. The Lexus they were putting more on Joe Walker for. That the Lexus Joe we are used government money. Bought himself one. That the Lexus he rode to go to Nima County. When he went for Prince Johnson
So
funeral.
what kind of car your president driving now?
I come in. The problem you guys can lie too much. You guys are far from the truth. When our car issue came up, oh, Joe Barker, the other one on Spoon Talk. The first president to ride Lexus, when Clinton Waterspoon played, Joe, we are riding Lexus, they run away from the platform. Basco, the generation you are dealing with now, the library you are dealing with now, don't laugh. Your pocket, give it to we will eat it. We will not go back in our office. Like, bro, look at the man reading there for yesterday. Look at the man reading.
I will ask you now for you to be able to wait. Let us be able to play you that clip, and then from
play the clip. Not the man see it.
Then from
okay, the sedition lasts too much, man. You
potential error. All right. So Koji is not above the law. Koji is not above the law. That's a residential error. Anybody can park anywhere. All right. If you're in America, you got error. They say you are restricted not to park, but that place is not prohibited.
So I mean, where did you go after that? What happened? Where did you go?
From there, I proceeded because I was bleeding profusely. We went to a Goodwill clinic. You can follow our Goodwill clinic. Well, they gave me about 9 stitches. 9 stitches. And as I speak, this 9 stitches. All right? And as I speak, my hands here are all bruised up. Because they beat me with the baton.
I want to know, they didn't have a sign on the road that said no parking?
There was absolutely no sign. There was absolutely no sign. Listen, in a residential area in Liberia, we are aware that there is no sign. The only thing you can do, if the man enter your fence, he's not allowed in your fence. But on the street, you have no jurisdiction over the man. And that's a clear fight.
So after, I mean, you are the police, after what are you looking?
So, Vasco, you can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. Vasco, you can unmute yourself. Vasco, you can unmute yourself, and Sam, you can unmute yourself.
But you don't want to unmute me now.
Yeah.
You getting me now?
Yeah, I get you now. Vasco, go ahead.
Maybe you got a good platform, right? This platform is okay, but if you will be running the platform the way you're running it, then there will be no need for us to come here to discuss national issue.
Okay.
Because everything you're doing, those videos that you're playing, it happened during the CDC regime, right?
Yes.
And these are the videos that people use to vote the CDC government out.
Okay.
Because they said we did some things that wasn't okay, wasn't right. They were bringing a government to rescue. I know Bill. I was just in Liberia. My whole program, it was built.
Yeah, I know him too. Yeah.
Thank you. It was Bill that covered my whole program.
I know Bill. Bill at one point in time living in Matadi, in fact.
Thank you. I know Bill well. So people can come on and accuse people. To accuse that one thing and to get the facts that another thing. Anybody can go sit somewhere and say this thing happened. I can remember the few times when John Jack back then when they were saying that the police beat them, they had Sunday bandage on their head. And everybody will say, oh, that fake blood, this and that. So everybody can do what they want to do. But I would say this, we got issues that are happening now in your government that you put to power.
Okay.
All the things you put in there, bringing Eugene William voice, bringing Jefferson, they accused Jefferson Koji, they even sanctioned Jefferson Koji. Jefferson Koji right now is under sanction. So why should we be discussing those things that happen back?
Okay.
Let us discuss your government according to you. You brought a government that is seeking to rescue, right?
Yeah.
If your government is doing well, why you cannot discuss the things your government doing? Why you should leave it? This is your platform to discuss government achievement. But it seems to me that your government is not doing anything right and making you happy. That is the reason why you're leaving everything and going back to those things that happened under previous administration.
I play
Say your government.
Yeah.
And I here to debunk you that your government is not doing this. That is what I'm here for.
Okay.
I'm not here to come be discussing
something that happened way back.
Jefferson Koji B bill and Eugene Nangbe say this one. That thing is in the past.
No.
All the bad.
Len Eugene Nangbe's statement was just recent statement.
But what the Eugene Nangbe statement would do, when Eugene Nangbe statement put food on the table of the ordinary Liberian, the people are crying every day in the market. The people are telling you thing prices going up.
Okay. All right.
This the things that are happening now.
Okay.
Platform like this is built to speak on ills in society.
Exactly.
Current, those things are happening. You know what I don't want you to go back? You have your government in power. You control the justice ministry. You control the police. You control the NSA. You control everything. If you know that people kill people, people beat people, people did the wrong thing during the citizen administration,
I should prosecute them.
what your government doing? Go after the people and prosecute them. If you have the evidence, you go against. Go. And your government is about to, they call it for nothing there, for investigation. They call it personal interest. Nobody is above the law. So why should we be going back? Talk to Gregory Coleman. Talk to the whosoever are getting your government. Let them go and prosecute these people. And some are in court. And you say 12 hour rule. 12 in court up to today. How long we going on? We're about 2 years.
Yeah.
But you hearing anything on Samuel 12?
Yeah, I hearing something about Samuel 12.
Okay. And you waiting for the court to come out with a final verdict?
Yeah.
Definitely, my brother.
But the court have passed some verdict that Samuel 12 is not to leave the country.
Samuel 12 in the country?
Yeah. No. I'm saying that the court has said that Samuel 12. In fact, the court has seized the passport. Samuel 12 passport currently is with the court.
That's just a normal something.
Yeah.
If you have a case against the government look at you to be a person of interest, you don't need to travel out of the country until your case is finished. Okay? Until your case is finished. So that one is just a normal thing.
Okay. All right.
So
Let me bring you this clip.
So how you can compare the CDC, okay, government and the Baka government?
You don't even know what so you leave it, go back to government.
Yeah. During the past government, they bring money that was in the country, they spend money. Now as you working, everything is under control.
Take the own people. Don't play the own.
You're saying that we should play current event.
This is a fanatic to Baka.
Okay.
They make is everywhere, but you get now the man can be showing the project all up.
Okay.
So you want us to believe that he did a natural or there's neutral or assembly? No.
Okay.
Go to independent something. Go to Spoon. Spoon and brought Baka to power. Go to Spoon and bring no video you can play.
Okay. All right. Samuel, you are muted. You are muted. You need to unmute yourself. Yeah, Samuel, you need to unmute yourself.
Vasco. The scene where you say we shouldn't believe the person that's speaking, we're not going to believe Spoon.
Coming too.
Spoon,
Okay.
Spoon, we understand Spoon strategy that he's on. And that's
Maybe
his right
he coming
platform.
in double. A voice coming in double.
I think it's from ABN.
No, it's from your end. It's from your end.
How?
Nothing here from my end.
Yeah, same thought. I think okay now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Water Spoon goes around and gather his information the way he gather it. That's good for you, the sedition. The scene where you now want to listen to the other person that providing the information, that's the scene where we now want to listen to Spoon. So you go listen to Spoon. Okay? Go listen to Spoon. Okay? Spoon, now we are 10 Spoon over to you. You know, one thing I learned about liberal politics, look like us are bad from anybody can take by inside. When your time reach, you go. Live on the lapa bido, you go inside, you do your thing, you leave from there at your
Oh,
business.
Jesus.
So y'all go there, yeah? You know,
Okay, guys.
y'all see you're smart. Maybe Vasco said nothing new. You see your Vasco, you're on a cake you're eating. The current government is negotiating with a company to bring plane in the country. We are on you buy the plane here, you almost sell to the airport to eat it. How can human be eat plane? Can human be eat plane?
If
You see that? My man, wait, let me talk.
No. If your government negotiate and bring plane to Liberia, I will come on a show and clap for the United Party government.
Yeah. The
My
reason
man,
why,
yeah?
the reason why I have not talked about it.
So you
because
believe
in Pluto?
You believe in it?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it. But the reason why I have not talked about it is because the plane have not learned about. But that discussion took place in Korea. That is a Korean investor.
I'm not doubting that you can bring plane. And now your brother all
Ebi,
plane feed almost kill
Ebi,
the president.
Ebi.
Yeah.
Seditions, the only news they want to hear about our country is bad news. You know the way Alewa Martin Colley wrote, keep quiet. You had the opportunity to have done the good things to get good news, you chose to steal. When CDC had authority at the time, President former had the ability to become better than even they begin in Burkina Faso. He chose to loot and steal.
Okay.
Yeah, hey boys. So let them go. Let them go in the under their sycamore tree that they're gonna be evicted from in the coming days to go complain. Let me tell you how lawless seditions are. That is second time now the court passing order for them to leave that property. You know my recommendation to the government? That man selling the property $4.5 million. I pray let the government buy that property for $5 million. And this is my recommendation. When they buy that property for they should break those other funding structures down and build a vocational school over there. So whenever people go to school in that place, they will not remember that place for some of the disappointment that they got from the guys that were there previously, but they will be able to remember the good education and the training that they will be getting from the vocational school.
Okay.
These guys, they're looking at the projects.
Your government do anything good. But say what you just on CDC. CDC not in power.
Sam,
I agree.
We are about to leave.
I agree. CDC is not in power. That Bwaka in power.
But
That's why you need to sit
lead
down.
us now. Lead us. I beg you.
That's why you need to sit down for Bwaka to give the people the
But we
leadership
not
that they voted
Bwaka.
for. The people, you tell me about what the government doing. Thank you.
Yeah, just be talking about your
they are coming now. Our people not jumping over fence for back arrest again. Our mothers don't have to go sit down to the free pool for 20 hours, 15 hours to buy one bag. When that incident happened, AB, do you know how to send my little brother? I had to use my taxi. I sent him Sarah Loon to go and buy me 10 back arrests and bring it. I
but
kept it
at
to my
least
house.
they were buying red 13. At least they were buying red 13 and
I don't have to send someone across the border again to buy rest. I don't have to send someone across the border to buy gasoline.
They read almost $21 now.
I don't have to tell people now to buy CCTV camera to monitor themselves.
So that they development.
But you say what the government doing now? You see, AB, the message what the government
But
doing.
you
I
just say
listen to
nothing.
some of
You
the
just say
chicken
you don't have
interrupting
to.
me.
You don't have to.
But the people can drive down to go to in 9 hours.
Who get
The
the quota
people
to
can go
over?
to Southeast, including the sedition
Who get the
lawmaker
quota to
that
over?
knocked a chest for CDC. He said, I can admit to you, it took me 8 hours to go to Zwedru. Taxi. Even scooter, maybe you can ride scooter from here now to the southeast.
Okay.
You can ride motorbike.
Good
Thank
for
God
you.
we don't have to pass through Africa Coast to go to the southeast.
Okay.
Good for
The
you.
southeast that you claim so dearly.
Okay.
The goods prices have
You
become a bit stable in the
Okay.
southeast.
What?
Okay? And justice must be served. The people that burned down that Capitol building, even if it is Joe Barker's son,
Maybe.
is to be investigated and prosecuted.
Okay.
They wouldn't
All
have
right.
invited the CDC lawmakers to tell you
All
how
right.
lawless they are. They are,
All right, sir.
they are stand up barrel count outside. Oh, we will stand politically, we will stand and get anything from the UP government.
See,
Can you believe in the rule of law?
maybe
The
be
law is
correct
the
that
law.
that
Now
video,
the
that
English
video
was
you,
yeah, this few times.
that,
The law
that
is the law. The law is the law. Y'all get the people property.
our,
That happening under
the
Joe
man, that
Barker.
old
The
video
law
you,
is the law. They are invited you guys. Y'all go to the police headquarters. Y'all shouldn't go there
President,
and
we
go
have
make
never had
noise.
no
Let
press
those people
conference.
hire a lawyer.
Okay. All
That
right, sir.
old video you
Vasco,
listen
why
to.
wait now?
Thank you.
I listen to the
Thank
thing
you.
that happening under Joe Barker. I leave
But
you then you
what
continue
you
again.
done list? You just say
All right.
nobody riding there, nobody riding down. So what you done list?
So
You
the thing
poke
I listen, you know, yeah, in
you poke down the road or that does the road.
Okay. All right, guys.
The statement was the road will be pliable. That was the statement. Isn't that pliable?
Baby, thank you so much, bro.
They say thank you so
This is
much. That thing y'all roll that line. That
Let the
line now
show,
y'all
the
cook it,
show
y'all
finish.
say we are done. Y'all put it in your pocket.
I'll count the shows
CDC,
too.
Just
Saturday on
CDC will
BS2.
die natural death. Y'all will win
Man,
election on spoon.
get a host chance now. Let me
Y'all will
close the
win
show.
election. No, don't worry about every leadership for that man myself. You know,
No,
I can be working. I can get a time these seditions can
Saturday,
come with a bunch of
Saturday,
lies.
Saturday,
They seen the population they were dealing with 2005. That came with that war mentality. The thing that the same population is still dealing with. The money we are stole and not paying him.
Say you
I'm
don't know
saying
how to
Joe
discuss.
Barker and not prosecuting he and his followers. If they were prosecuting those
AB,
guys, but now
I
you
beg
people
you.
be finding way to
AB,
defend yourself in
please
court.
set a show
They're
for me and
talking
him,
things
man.
that you shouldn't be talking.
Set
To
a
be
day
honest,
for me and him, man. And bring a topic that go straight into it.
which topic?
He will just
You
be
know you
jumping
guys
on
not
over
you guys
there.
not
So
consistent
that
on
people
topic.
fly.
Okay. All right. Thank
You
you.
know sedition.
Thank you.
I leave people fly better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, yeah. That is work out. That on my work out. That is.
Thank you to my friend and brother Vasco. Vasco, thank you for coming.
Work out. What on my black out. We not here.
Let me say thank you to my friend and brother Sam.
We got it's time for us to pull hands together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the hate. Focus on our country. Pushing fake messages. And I go for us. Let us stop the money. Yeah. Well, in Liberia, all overseas. You paint your country black. You feel style on social media.
Let me recognize few individual here.
You are welcome.
Who has been listening to my voice?
No name, no blame. On a money black.
Let me say thank you to my friend and brother Jonathan Sa.
You're the stop all the hate messages you preaching, you're not doing it to the black out. You're doing it to the people, the poor people. The people.
Let me say thank you to my friend and brother Lawrence Fala.
You claim to love the people you want to rule. That it work out. That honor money work out. That it still work out. One honor money black out. Yo, yeah, before. Yo, yeah.
Let me say thank you to my sister, Sia Dulai.
That honor money work out. That is still work out.
So if you want to be part of this magnificent Nabraka talk show, so just be able to drop it into the comment section I want to be, and then we will be able to add you onto our WhatsApp group chat, wherein we'll be posting the link. I was able to post the link into the comment section today because we want for this talk show to be open to every one of us. Whether you are seditions, whether you are Unity Partisan, whether you are ANC, whether you are ACO, everybody have their voice. One way or the other, you have your voice. You have something to be able to say. Come on, let us be able to discuss it.
One on money black out. We not here for it. We got pay their trade. appreciating one another, encouraging others for our country needs. So we should go and demonstrate. You will be there, demonstrating, yeah. Let me ask you, where can when we for our country, who will help us face it? They say no, where can say no? When you bring our hand, who will help us settle it? They say no, where can say no?
Let me say thank you to my friend and brother Nata Hutchison. Thank you for leaving your number for me to be able to call you. Thank you so much. Let me say thank you ever so much to every one of you guys. The show have been great. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.
Chakoro gain power. We not yet for that kind of flower. Where can we get black out the chance? We are.